The video games industry is one of the most innovative and fastest growing industries in the world. The men and women of this industry work tirelessly to provide entertainment for the masses, and some of these provide the music. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves playing those video games. Video games. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves listening to video games. Video games. Do we even know who these people are? No. Would video games be the same without them? No. What you're about to hear.
Good afternoon, everybody, or morning. It's morning for me.
Afternoon for me.
Afternoon for you?
Uh-huh.
Jeez. Welcome to the Sunday NewsCast. I am your host, Average Gamer, also known as Nick, and joining me, as usual, which is nice, is my good friend Squeaky B.
Otherwise known as Bonnie.
What up, Bonnie?
How's it going?
I'm here. I'm up.
We're so sleepy.
Oh, man.
This is the Sunday Newscast, everybody. We basically wake up, we roll out of bed, and we go, oh, yeah. There's a thing that we have to do.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't have drank so much again.
Oh, see, I didn't do that. I'm still on medicine from surgery, so I cannot blame a hangover.
We had a birthday party, which was nice.
Ooh, fabulous.
Yeah. Super fabulous.
Hey, Mackerel. Mackerel's my bud.
Oh, what up, Mackerel?
What's up, Somnium? Mackerel's the guy that I started first playing Left 4 Derp with on YouTube.
Oh,
and,
cool.
Twitch. Yeah, so known him for a little while. Yay! So how's everybody doing? Yay! So tired.
So,
yeah, we're definitely derpy.
We are, yeah, today's a little bit derpy. But that's okay, we have some cool videos, we have some really cool news to go over. And we have a fun giveaway for, so the giveaway that we have today is for a mobile MMO called Steel Avengers. And the giveaway is specifically for Android only. And it's for the closed beta. They have a couple of different founders packs, and we have we have 2 keys for each founders pack. So we're probably going to be giving away 1 key after every video, and they'll just kind of escalate as we go. So it'll be same as always. We ask a question, first person to get it right, we'll give you the key.
I hope that you're not expecting me to monitor answers right now.
No, it's all good. We'll be all good.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It's in fine. Chat. Yep. It's in chat. That means that they have it in there. We'll just find it.
Yeah. We'll just control F the chat.
Okay, so moving on to news. I wanted to talk about this one because it's awesome. It's Scarlet Moon Studios. Oop. Why is it not? Just minor capture. Ta-da! Scarlet Moon Studios. So what this is, it's a conglomeration of a bunch of amazing musical artists that have done work throughout the years on things like Secret of Mana, Ragnarok Online, Final Fantasy 12, the animated Transformers movie, which is awesome. And what they've done is they've joined together to kind of form this, I don't know, what do you would call it, a musical super studio, to offer them their services so you can actually pay them to do the music in your games and that kind of stuff, and they're selling themselves that way. They want to be able to give music to any game that, wants it, and they have a slew of amazing composers ready to make music for everybody in their game, which I thought was really cool.
I love that list of the games that have been composed for before.
Yeah. Like
Beatmania and Ragnarok Online, Final Fantasy 12. Like, that's really cool.
Oh yeah, they have some huge people. Rocky. I mean, it's Rocky 4, but Rocky 4 was still good.
Yeah, Rocky.
Well, it was cool. I like Rocky 4, and it had some amazing scoring, so I thought it was relevant.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I really have no opinion, except Sylvester Stallone, like, bless his heart.
Do you know he actually wrote the first 2 Rockies? Blows.
He tried his ass off to get the first one made.
Yeah. Yes. Still blows
Yep.
my mind though.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Um,
Yeah, I really do. I think this is great because there's so many game devs who, you know, they want to get a quality game out there and they may not be able to do much more than like, you know, play a Casio, you know, to get music or, you know, use like a free version of something like Fruity Loops or something. And I don't know. I think games need more personality than that. So
I
I'm
agree.
really happy to see that there's some good composers who are willing to work with that you can pay basically, which is awesome.
And coming from an audio engineer's point of view, like, in the world of audio, you can use certain types of audio that they're very recognizable, and so you're exactly right. An indie game needs a lot of personality, which means it needs to be unique in any way that it can, and the audio a lot of times gets kind of pooped on because nobody really ever thinks about it. So it's really nice to see these guys that are big AAA names being like, "Hey, you guys want us to do this for you?"
Yeah, that's really awesome. Makes me so happy. I'm belling. Well, our next piece of news is kind of in a similar vein.
Yep.
People basically standing up and being like, "Sup, y'all? Okay, we're here and we're here to help," kind of thing. Not, you know, hello, we're the government and we're here to help, but we're actually here to help. It's kind of a social justice thing, but at the same time, it's a statement about something that's been a problem for years in the game industry.
I was gonna say we might want to give a little background to this one as well.
I am definitely giving a little background. So, Ubisoft, makers of Assassin's Creed, made a really dumb statement at E3. They were, and there's like two sides to every story. There's yeah, and basically they made an excuse for the reason they won't have a female option in multiplayer that boiled down to we do not have the resources to animate a female character at this point in the development. And while I'm going to go ahead and call bullshit on that,
Yeah.
what I think really happened is they made the main character, I forgot his name, like it's been everywhere and I forgot it, but the main playable character is the only character you can play in multiplayer. So it's basically 4 of the same damn character running around, just in different outfits, if you happen to pick different outfits.
Which really is inexcusable in AAA to just begin with.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, guys, you have the money, you have the time. Like, a former animator from Ubisoft was like, yeah, so about that, you know? It's like they're completely full of shit. And it was just, it's a big old mess, and everybody just went, seriously? Like, did you really just pull that? So, in response, a group of, I don't know who did it, honestly. It was basically just this collective effort of, all right, guys, let's see how quickly we can make a woman, you know, the forefront freaking videos. Let's do it. So, the WATHTA Jam. It's the women are to animate. The title of the article, which says women are too hard to animate. Women are too hard to animate. And actually, women is a crap that responded. Last time I checked last week, 16 entries, which is not for game jam, especially, you know, notice. And we've highlighted a few of them on the IGM site. You know what? I need to actually start linking this stuff in chat so that people can follow along.
Oh yeah. I can do that too.
If they want to scroll on their own, we've got like breast physics are just too damn hard to program. You don't need breast physics. That's the thing. You don't need them, especially in a game like Assassin's Creed. And if we're going to get into that discussion,
that was one of the main features of Tomb Raider 2. That's what made it a cut above.
Her boobs didn't move. Her boobs didn't move, though. They were conical things.
But they had jiggle physics. They were so excited. It disgusted me. Even at the time when I was like a 15-year-old kid. It still grossed me out that they had to put jiggle physics in a game.
I know, and what irritates me is in a game like Assassin's Creed, in games that have like women in armor. Like, let's not even talk about the freaking bikini armor, because I'm done talking about that. If a woman is wearing a breastplate and she's got boob cups, if she falls down, the first thing that's going to happen is her sternum is going to be crushed.
Yep.
Also, if her boobs are like actual normal, natural boobs, they're not going to stay in the boob cups.
Yeah.
Like, I can get a bra that fits me perfectly, and guess what? My boobs will try to escape. It's just the thing that happens. And, oh my god. So, the whole boob physics thing, boobs are too hard to animate, particularly in games like that, bullshit. You want to show boobs when boobs don't need to be shown for several reasons, and that is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Yannick. I mean, come on. My boobs will escape. That's what happens.
They're doing it right now.
It's a good thing to come into, actually.
Yeah.
So anyway, on to the games. We've got one called Cybergirl. There's a blurb underneath each of them.
Mm-hmm. I really like Cybergirl. I love that style.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, I don't know, like, you may want to describe this game then, because, I mean, I looked over them, and I looked, like, at the details and stuff, but I didn't play, but I think one of them.
Yeah. The Cybergirl, the only thing I really liked was the fact that it's kind of made after that Beautiful Joe kind of feel, which a lot of people haven't played Beautiful Joe, and you should, because the game is awesome, but I really just liked the style that they had in this one, and it's obviously, like, a female protagonist, but, I felt that it was really just a well-done game, either way, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, that's the nice thing about these games, is that they have a female protagonist, but I haven't seen one yet that's been, like, a girl power game. They haven't been, like, shoving it in your face. The main character just happens to be female, and I think that's the point of the Game Jam, is, like, you just make a game, and the main character happens to be female.
Yeah, exactly. That was still one of... my wife is obviously a sequential artist, does a lot of comics, that kind of thing. And on the forums at one time, this guy asked, how do I make a really good female protagonist for my comic book? And the best answer that I saw was, make a really good protagonist, and then make them female. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not that big of a thing. So, I really am behind the whole WATHTA jam. I think it's... I like how many jams this year are in response to something horrible. Like Flappy Jam way back in the day, and now we have WATHTA Jam. But at least WATHTA Jam has a real point.
Yeah, Flappy Jam was more like... I don't even...
Yeah.
I didn't even like Flappy Bird.
Nobody really liked Flappy Bird.
It was one of those games that you buy because you want to rage at it. Like, I know people who genuinely like Super Meat Boy, like you, but most of the people I know who bought Super Meat Boy, it was either bought for them or they bought it because they heard it was such a ragey game.
Huh. Yeah, I don't rage
that
at that
Isaac.
game.
The Binding of Isaac was the same.
I don't rage really at games, though.
You're weird.
Nice. Well, yeah.
You're weird.
I like being a weird guy. It's fun. Why is it working?
Void Space Kickstarter won't get funded, but yeah, it's still getting made.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
The Dogecoin MMO.
There's more games on the WATHTA list. We got Super Murder Wolf, which doesn't have any wolves in it, which is a little bit of a misnomer. Magical Girl Candy Hood, the Rainbow Sunshine Saga, which is a hilarious game title, in my opinion. Like, the whole game just looks funny. Then again, I had to cover Rubber Ducky and the Rainbow Gun, so that was also a like kind of a goofy title. So I don't know all about titles, but if you want to view all the entries, where's the link? There it is.
Skeplouf.
There you go. If y'all want to view all the entries, you can go to Itch.io WATHTA Jam. WATHTA. That's like the weirdest to pronounce. I almost said pronunciate. That's how tired I am. To pronounce title.
Oh, pronunciating.
And I share my derp with you guys, and this is why you love Sundays.
Yep. Oh, completely.
Hashtag pronunciate. This is what I'm going to be famous for.
I swear I write good.
I can write good. I is good writer for Ender Game Magazine.
Okay, so that's really it for the news. We're getting right into the video so we can do some of that super awesome Android giveaway.
Woohoo!
So the first game I wanted to talk about is this greeny color. But this game, I'm a little surprised. We'll talk about it after we watch the video, but I saw this game first from a YouTuber named Markiplier and then from another YouTuber named PewDiePie, which is why I'm surprised. But anyway, it's called Bald Boy, and here's the video. Yep. So that's Bald Boy. And it's playing again. A little surprising.
It's terrifying.
I know. The music is really cool. I like that music.
I do. I like the music, but that's terrifying.
In the past, though, like we've seen with Super Hot and Cat Lateral Damage, when these games have big-name YouTubers doing a video, that they're usually funded within, like, the first day or two. And they're asking for 40 grand, which isn't even that much for an indie game. They've been up for 10 days, and they're only, like, 25% funded.
Yeah, that is a little awkward.
Right?
Yeah, I was actually just looking at the total, and people are talking about PewDiePie and Markiplier, and I'm sitting there and I'm going, but the amount doesn't, what?
Yeah, surprises me. And even beyond the YouTubing, it's a really good game. It looks like a really fun game. It has a playable demo, so you guys can check it out if you want and enjoy the creepiness that is Bald Boy.
Downloading the demo.
Yep. Oh yeah, there you go. It's got all the quotes from all the big YouTubers too.
Yeah, that's odd. That it's not.
I assume that this one is going to take off, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll come back to it in a couple of weeks and see how they've done for themselves.
I like how his defense is like basically getting a fever. Like, I know he's got a bulb for a head, he's lighting up his head, but it's like that's basically his defense. Is forcing himself to have a fever. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, that
awesome.
Pitiless defense is popular in games sometimes, like the Frank and John. You toss your head around, or Binding of Isaac, you cry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It does. It definitely has some elements in there of Binding of Isaac, except it's not. I mean, it's point and click. It's not a roguelike. It's, you know, a puzzle game.
Yeah.
I don't know. It does look really cool, though. I wish I had the money to back it, because I would definitely like to see it get made.
Yeah, kitschy and fun.
Yes.
That being said, why don't we do our first giveaway? So, again, for all the new people, we have a big giveaway going on today. It's a mobile game in closed beta for Android only called Steel Avengers. So, if you would like your copy, you can answer me this question. Riddle me this, Batman. The game will be on iPhone, but the giveaway is not for iPhone. What?
What?
What? I'm typing and trying to read as I type, and I'm like, wait, that's a question. I should probably just say it normally.
Dear chat. Please.
Okay, what other games has the company who made Steel Avengers made? Hint, use Google.
Yep.
You guys have 1 minute to give me an answer, otherwise we're just going to keep going on. Because I'm not even sure how many of our users have Android today.
Aw. Danson missed my accent.
Your Markiplier?
What?
I mean, what?
I said Danson missed my accent.
Oh, I know, and I was wondering if he's talking about when you said Markiplier.
Oh, shut up. There's an I in the middle of it.
Yeah, Markiplier.
Shut your face.
I didn't bring it up. I just thought it was cute. It's funny.
Shut up.
It's good times.
Shut up, Yannick. Shut up. Shut up. I'm just every time I see that, I'm gonna just say pronunciate in like the most obnoxious Southern accent ever.
Yo. All right.
Yay, Mackerel.
Mackerel wins too.
he's like I know all the answers.
They're all right here. All right, Mackerel. Email me right there with your name and the giveaway in the subject line, and I will get you your key. The next Kickstarter I want to talk about, and I can't call this a game, I'm going to rip the crap out of. So let's just play it, and then we can chat about it.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Henry. I made the game Spaceteam, and I want you to join the Spaceteam Admirals Club. You get exclusive Spaceteam goodies. I get to keep making free games for a whole year. Let me explain. Spaceteam won these lovely awards, and it's also being used in creative ways by non-gamers, teachers and students, therapists, interviewers, and grandparents. I want to see more innovative games that don't compromise their design to appeal to the mass market. But these games can be hard to sell. So I'm running this experiment using Kickstarter. It's about patronage. You support me directly, and I get to make smart decisions about my games without worrying about how to sell them. I have some cool ideas about what comes next, but making games is unpredictable, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen. That's part of what makes this so exciting. By joining the Admirals Club, you'll be part of a special community of space friends. There's a membership card, an embroidered patch. You can customize the words in Spaceteam itself. You'll also get free games. But it's not just about you. Everyone will get these games. That's how this works. And it's not just about me either. Because if we make this happen now, then this model could work sustainably for other indies as well. More innovation, more diversity, meaningful relationships between people who play games and people who make them. That's what the Spaceteam Admirals Club means to me. So, do you have the space guts to revolutionize video game funding? If you do, then let's make it work together.
Spaceteam!
Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay.
So that was the Spaceteam Admirals Club. Oh my god, this blows my mind.
Okay, go ahead and say your criticism so I can counter.
You like it?
No, I just think your reasoning is not considering some of the other. Go ahead.
He's asking pretty much for a year's worth of income. He's pay me 80 grand because that's how I feel an indie game developer should make in a year, and I will throw out some games for you. And in the Kickstarter, he's only got like 2 games that he's talking about. So
Okay, I thought that you were gonna like talk about the video itself.
oh, it's a horrible video. And what also pisses me off, this is a relaunch. He already put up this Kickstarter, same goal, same Kickstarter, same video, and he didn't even get close. He puts up the relaunch, and he's
Well, he got 81% there.
Yeah.
I mean, last time, and this time he's closer.
I know, but he didn't change anything. He just put it up again.
See, I didn't see it the first time, so I don't know, but like, okay, guys, we type in Skype sometimes about the videos like while they're playing, and Nick is like, he's in his fucking PJs. What are you, a banana? I don't see any stairs.
I get the style that he's going for, but you're right.
Yeah,
he should have been in a smoking jacket.
He's going for smoking jacket. Yeah, exactly. He's going for the classy admiral wearing a fucking smoking jacket, and he's not even holding a pipe or anything. He's just sitting in a plaid bathrobe on a leather chair that has a radial blanket on it, which I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
Mind blown.
I get what he was going for, but yeah, the concept pisses me off too. It actually, that kind of makes me mad because, like, you and I work our asses off, doing, the videos, podcasts, articles, things like that.
Yeah.
And
this is not the order, because if you pay him $80,000 to make games for a year, he comes out with 2 shitty games that, like, that's the thing. With Kickstarter's amazing because we're the ones that say, this game's a good idea, you have a good idea, I want to see this idea come out. With this one, you're like, I hope you have good ideas. Here's your yearly salary. Hopefully, you might come out with a good game by yourself.
yeah.
But
Yeah, what Mackerel said, if nothing else, it proves he needs money. And that's true, but like I just said in chat, I know a lot of indie devs who have come up with wonderful games in their free time. They've worked full-time jobs, and they come home, and 3-4 days a week, they code for a few hours. And hell, there's an 8-year-old that I just interviewed last month who has Asperger's, and he came home from school, and for 3 months, he programmed his first game.
his game is so hard. He made such a good game, but it was so difficult.
Yeah, his game was actually, it was difficult, but it was simple, like, it was a good game, and he's 8. And he did it in his spare time. If an 8-year-old can do it in his spare time, this guy can do it in his spare time and get a damn job. Like, I hate to be like that, but if you're begging for money for stuff you haven't even done yet, like you're asking for like payment up front for things that we don't even know like really what you're doing. Like Kickstarter is based on that model. Like, I realize how hypocritical that sounds. However, most of them have demos. They have like a really good reward system. It's not just like, if you pay me, you'll get games, or you'll get assets for a game that's not even done. Like,
there was
no concept. Like,
there was no appealing to ethos in that entire video. There was no reason that I think I should give him money. He was just like, I have this nifty idea.
yeah, exactly. And Pyman says he may come out with 2. As he said, development is unpredictable, so who knows if he would even finish them.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Don't feed the scammers. That's all I'm saying.
Like, I appreciate that he's trying to make a living off of it, but that's not how it works.
Yeah.
You don't get paid before you do the work. You get paid for the work that you've done, and you get paid on the merit of your work, not just because you did something.
Yeah, exactly. So, for our second key for Steel Avengers, I should type this.
Typing is so hard.
Okay, guys, so again, it's for Android only. So keep that in mind when you're answering the question. But what are the names of the games the captain claims to be making? Or sorry, Admiral.
Unfortunately not, Yannick. Not today.
Just the
Sorry.
Android game. So I'll give it a minute for anybody that wants to answer that question.
And Yannick, the only thing that him backing 54 starters proves is that he had $54.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but
I'm that person today.
That's fine.
I'm
That's
tired.
fine.
I don't have a lot of room for for bullshit today. Like, I technically could go back 54 Kickstarters right now.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Whispered wins. Okay, that's actually... and you do have an Android. device. So I will get you a key, and we'll move on to our next game.
We gotta stop looking at this monstrosity.
Yeah. Oh, God. I needed to put that in there because I needed to make a statement. Sometimes when I'm setting up for this show, I'll watch a video and it's like, I'll do it where it's like, you're not going to make the cut, you are going to make the cut, you're not going to make the cut. And sometimes I forget what that guy's name was in American Idol. Hung?
You
know what I mean. But
Hung. His last name's Hung.
Yeah, sometimes you come up to a video and you're like, you're going in the show
William Hung.
just so I can lynch you and make an example of it.
Yeah, William Hung. He sang She Bang.
Yep.
By Ricky Martin.
Yep. Okay, so on to Coffin Dodgers. We'll watch this one and then chat about it. This one's a long video, guys, so settle in, grab some popcorn.
Go.
Hi, my name is John Holmes. I'm one of the original founders of a studio called Milky Tea. A lot of people know Milky Tea in the UK especially, for our work on the Lloyd's TSB's advertising campaign for the Journey, creating these quirky characters and worlds. More recently, a lot of people know us for our work on an award-winning game called Roller Rally. Our latest project is Coffin Dodgers. Coffin Dodgers can be summed up as if you took Pixar's Up and you mixed it with Mario Kart. You're pretty close to the idea for what Coffin Dodgers is all about. It features these quirky old characters that are based on an old retirement village, and they're all paid a visit by Death one evening, and Death decides to say he is here to take away their soul. They group together and decide to challenge Death for a race to actually survive.
My name's Julian Fisher. I'm designer and artist for Coffin Dodgers. There are 8 characters that you can choose from. Each character is from a different walk of life. So you have a wide variety that you can choose from, which makes the game extra fun. The main premise of the game is the fact that there's one common enemy, and that common enemy is Death. Each character has their own skills which they can use to defeat Death. So there are skills like dropping cod liver oil onto the track to cause slippy patches. There's also things like speed boosts. If you pick a speed boost up, you can temporarily go faster. You can also fire weapons such as umbrellas and bowling balls ahead of you. Death also has his own weapons and skills that he can use against you. Those weapons are completely unique to Death. Death can do things like spawn tombstones in the middle of the track. These cause temporary blocks, which you'd either have to avoid or smash through. As you're playing the game, you get chances to upgrade your scooter. These upgrades are things like speed, handling, and armour, so you can protect yourself from incoming projectiles. So we'd like this game to be a really fun, dynamic, exciting experience. So we're looking to create a multiplayer experience whereby players can play with their friends, they can play with their family, and they compete against each other to get the best spot.
My name is Chris Craig. I'm a senior artist at Milky Tea. So one of the unique aspects of this game is that it's a free roaming open world. So we've built this huge environment called Sunny Pines Retirement Village, and in this village we have several areas, a town, a graveyard, a farm, etc. And you have the ability to go anywhere in this world that you want. In Coffin Dodgers, not only are you racing against other users, but you've also got a common enemy, which is the Grim Reaper. While you're trying to beat the 4 other players on track, at the same time, you're also trying to beat death. I think Milky Tea's portfolio has always been bright and colourful and fun, and that's something that we wanted to bring to this game, because we've got the dark undertones of the story and we wanted the contrast, so it's like a dark comedy.
If you like this game, if it's something that you feel you would enjoy playing or like to be part of the whole creative journey, then please pledge. We have some fantastic rewards for those who pledge, so please check those out. Even if you aren't able to pledge today, then please help us try and tell the rest of the world about this fantastic idea and game called Coffin Dodgers. I can see Coffin Dodgers in the near future working as an animated TV series in the same kind of ilk or elements as Family Guy or The Simpsons, for instance. We can even see this working as a range of vinyl toys. And as you guys know, every great idea had to start off somewhere. So please help us turn what is a unique and amazing game into something fantastic. Thanks for listening.
So, Coffin Dodgers. I think it's a cute idea.
I think it is too, and I love the name.
Right?
Coffin Dodgers, race in peace.
I thought it was a cute one. I'd really like to see that one get made. They're sitting at 806 pounds. They need 65,000.
Yeah, but they have 24 days to go, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's good.
Still pretty early. That's expensive for making a game, but I can see why with this one. They have a lot that they're trying to do, and you can tell they have a pretty big team. The design is amazing. Like, the whole art style, I think, is really cute. Though I think they perfectly described it that it's, what is it, Mario Kart and, like, Disney's Up?
Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like, the guy with the, in the first GIF, if you scroll down a little bit, like, he looks like the Adventure is Out There guy.
Yeah,
He's got
exactly, right?
his flight hat and goggles and everything. It's great. I love it. You can customize the carts and pimp up your mobility scooter. Like, I'm sorry, that's great.
I'm curious as to the whole open world thing. Like, is that because it's a racetrack? So how open world can a linear line be?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. And also, like, zombies, like, really? Like,
Yeah, I want to see how that fits in. That's for sure.
how is this a thing? I don't know, maybe the open world is like you can take shortcuts and stuff. Like, maybe it's not linear, like you can
Yeah, that's
hide from death by going and doing, like, life things. I have no idea. Look at the length of the descriptions on the Kickstarter pledge rewards. As you
I
get
know.
further down, they get longer and longer.
holy. Whew. What do we get? Become an official game partner. No thanks. I'm busy enough as it is. I think it's a really cute game, though. I hope it does get made because it's adorable. I loved the speed up, which is.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I look forward to seeing if that can get made, definitely.
Okay, so for the next question, I should type this out while we're doing things. So if you guys want to get in the draw, we have a bunch of giveaways going on for an Android MMO called Steel Avengers. It's in closed beta right now, and the first person to answer this question correctly is going to get one of the keys. So what do you get if you pledge $100 in Coffin Dodgers? First person Go! If you have an Android device. Wow. Cold. Yeah, we'll give it about a minute because I'm not sure how many Android users we have.
You know, I was about to be like, hey, there's not a $100 tier, and then I was like, oh, I'm on the wrong game page. I was so tired. £100. Nick has problems with the difference between dollars, pounds, and euros, guys.
No, I don't. I
Yes,
said
you
pounds.
do.
I said
Yes.
pounds.
It says dollars in the stream.
Oh, whatever.
See?
100 currency increments. That's really over a minute though, so we will move on to the next game because we probably have exhausted all of our Android users.
Well, Yannick, he knew it, but he's got iOS.
Yeah.
Yeah, dollar reduce.
The next one, this one looks neat. This one's an Oculus one, but it's not flashing and that kind of stuff, so you should be okay, buddy.
Yeah.
There we go. Start it up. It's called Radial G.
Welcome to the Tamika Games Radial G Racing Revolve Kickstarter campaign. My name's Sam Watts and I'm game producer here at Tamika Games for Radial G. I'm here to tell you all about Radial G, our development plans, and why you should get involved with our Kickstarter campaign. You can download a single player demo right now over an Oculus Share, or see below for an ever-growing list of alternative download locations. Are you downloading? Great. In the couple of minutes it takes to complete, let me tell you about what we have planned. The game supports Oculus Rift DK1 at present, as well as a Noculus 2D mode for regular PC monitors. We'll show you that in a minute. We will add Oculus DK2 support once we've received our headsets and tested it thoroughly. We'll also be releasing a Mac version soon, we're just ironing out a couple of kinks first. We're already working on a multiplayer demo that you can choose to receive as the lowest level of pledge on Kickstarter. We expect to release this around September 2014. This will include full-on collision, ship physics such as drafting and different handling models, and support up to 32 players online. Here you can see the normal PC monitor support for the game. You don't need an Oculus Rift to play, it's better with one, but we wanted it to be open to everyone and be just as much fun. Funds that we raise through Kickstarter will go towards creating the rest of the game, mostly the environment worlds that racetracks will be set in, different racetracks for each environment, plus a variety of ships to choose from. We've detailed a very lengthy Kickstarter campaign profile, which you can read below, outlining everything that we want to add to the game with the first release and subsequent updates. All you have to pledge is £15, the early bird rate, or £20 or more to guarantee access to all versions of the game. This includes any other future platforms that we end up supporting. We'll reveal our stretch goals once we've covered the base funding level, but you could have access to the game on stereoscopic 3D TVs, tablets, maybe PS Vita, and maybe even Sony Morpheus VR headset, once they announce when it's available. Moving on to the concept art now, here are a few examples of the future environments we'd like to include in the game. Here's a futuristic city evolved from the single player demo. Dust pits for that pod racer-esque vibe. And an out-of-this-world asteroid mining facility in space. We are a small team of 5 at Tamika Games, working in a close-knit environment to maximise the funding and budget spread to efficiently develop the game without all of that AAA waste. First up is Jeff Cullen, game director and designer. He's got oodles of experience with arcade racers, having worked on MotoGP, Pure and Split Second. Then there's me, the game producer and community manager. I've worked on some huge, massively multiplayer online PC games before, such as Guild Wars, so 32 players at once should be a doddle. Dave is our coder extraordinaire. I've never heard him say a feature isn't easy to implement. He's worked with all kinds of VR technologies over the years and can mostly be found with an Oculus strapped to his face. He really is quite amazing. And finally, there's the Mavronis brothers, partners in art crime. They handle everything from concept art, environment and vehicle design, and turning the beautiful sketches into full-blown 3D. We thank you for taking the time to check out our Kickstarter campaign. Please read through the many, many words I've written about the game, the pledges, the rewards, the funding breakdown, and why you should back us. We're confident we can provide you with the ultimate arcade racing experience of your life. All you have to do is believe in us.
So, excellent example of a Kickstarter video if they had just a little bit more gameplay, I think. But, really good game.
I'm laughing at the narrator. He's like, please take the time to read the many words I've written about the game and the whatever the rewards, I guess, the features, whatever it was he said. It just made me laugh. And he can normally be found with an Oculus strapped to his face.
Honestly, if I had an Oculus, I'd be the exact same though. It'd be hard to pry that thing off me.
Oh, I would throw up so fast. I tried an old VR system at Disney World when I was 12, and I had a headache for the rest of the day. Like, I couldn't enjoy anything at Disney World, and it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, so like it just ruined my day at Disney World. So I have bad memories of VR, and so I'm not really.
So you're ready for the next gen.
totally ready to hate it.
Yep.
I'll shake my cane at it repeatedly.
It'll be Oculus 2.0, the 2D version.
Yeah, pretty much. I do like the concept of this game, though. I'm not a huge fan of racing games, but it looks really good. Like, that seems... I mean, that's a big deal with racing games, because there's so many of them out there. Like, being able to play a racing game and actually enjoy it because the game looks awesome, rather than enjoying it because of some goofy shtick. You know,
It reminds me of a series that came out when I was in junior high, and I have their latest game on my Vita, but I can't remember what they're called, but it's an awesome futuristic kind of game where the track you hover on so they can go all different angles and that kind of thing. And
Did someone say hover? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's not a racing game. No, not F-Zero. I like F-Zero, but this one was a PlayStation game. Anyway, I think it's super cool. I like it's going to be interesting getting multiple people on, or multiple, even just with the bots, onto that track. Oh, nobody sees my quotations. Track in quotations.
I heard it in your voice, but...
Yeah, but because it'll be interesting if somebody's ahead of you, you can just go somewhere else on the track where they can't see you and boost past them. So it's going to be an interesting one to play if it gets made. £50,000 is not huge.
That's not a lot, especially for this kind of game.
Yeah, that's pennies.
With the support they're trying to get, that's...
So yeah. I think they have a good chance. I'll have to keep an eye on this one. That's a good push to start for the first 4 days. Not many games are going to make like 50%, or if they do make 50% in the first couple days, they usually are 100% in the first couple days. So I could see this one making it. I kind of hope it does.
Yeah, it's definitely neat. Like, just because I'm not a fan of Oculus doesn't mean, I'm gonna hate everything that comes out for Oculus.
Yeah, exactly. And they have a demo. I remember them saying in the video they have a demo. I was trying to find. There it is. There's a click
it's
for
like
the demo.
Right at the top of the page.
And if you don't have an Oculus, you can still play it, obviously.
Yeah, they do have regular PC support. So even if you're never planning on getting an Oculus, or it makes you sick like me, like I actually would like to support this. I just can't.
Yeah.
Just simply because it looks like a really cool racing game.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm downloading the demo here too because I want to try it.
Yeah, it's a neat looking game. Okay,
No
so
preview
question
available.
for
Sorry.
our Android MMO giveaway. The game's in closed beta. We have a bunch of Founders Package keys. So the question is, what were one of the MMOs the narrator has worked on in that video? First person to answer gets a key, etc., etc. You know how it works. But again, it's Android only. And we'll give it about a minute or so.
Oh, Yannick.
Oh, Pie Man. That was an impressive resume of folks working on the game. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I know you like it because of WildStar.
Yeah. Well, and Guild Wars and City of Heroes. I've played a lot of MMOs in my day ever since.
Oh, I remember City of Heroes.
Yeah. Interesting story about that team too, but we won't get into it. Okay, Yannick, if you want a key, email me, man. You can do whatever you want with your key, because you've gotten 2 questions right. So.
Well.
Now we're going on to CartoNeros. This one's interesting. Oop! Don't start. No, bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll play the video and then chat about this one. It's called CartoNeros.
Welcome to the world of CartoNeros. I'm Andre, founder of Studio Antropo, and this is what we are working on. CartoNeros is a multiplayer video game that plays like a board game. It brings friends and family together around the table. We give you a game board that you spread out, gather around face to face, and navigate moving your mobile devices in your hands. Your device displays the game world as if it's lying on top of the board. What's totally new about CartoNeros is that multiple players can actually play the game using the same board at the same time. This way we can finally break free from the isolation of online games that keep us physically disconnected. Currently, CartoNeros contains just the core game mechanics and objects. In order to fully develop the game, we need a few more people join our team. And we also need to include you, the future player, in the development process. We're hoping that with your help, CartoNeros can become a success and pave the way for new projects to come.
Dubstep makes all Kickstarters good. So, CartoNeros. What'd you think?
I like. Okay, so you lay out a map, basically, is what that looked like on a table, and everybody has an iPad, and you all sit around this mat, and you beat each other up, and you're playing as cardboard box robots. Did I get that right? Because that's literally all I saw.
That's what I got out of it.
Okay,
So-
and it seems like it's. I don't think it's split screen so much as it is, everybody has. It's like if you play any multiplayer game, you see what you see on your screen because of where you're positioned, etc. I think maybe the game board is more of a reference point.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, so you can tell where you are on the map, as compared to what you see on your gamepad.
Yeah, and now with that, the nice thing I'm sure is that you can have multiple maps. Like you can make different maps, that kind of thing. If they don't have it implemented now, I wouldn't be surprised if they implemented it later. If they made their Kickstarter. However, $65,000 for the goal. They're at $145. So they've only started a few days ago, but that's still not a good opening push.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like a cute idea, and it does seem like family friendly, like little kids. I mean, you're competing for cardboard, for God's sake.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a beat 'em up game or anything. But it seems, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. It seems like a really neat idea, but I'm not entirely sure this is the way to accomplish sitting around a table and socializing. If that makes sense.
I think the neatest part of it, the part that really caught my eye, is having multiple augmented reality users playing the same game. So like you're using your augmented reality, but multiple people are seeing the same augmented reality, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And that
also,
feature I'd like to see go on.
Mm-hmm. And Yannick made a good point. Not many people have the money to buy 5 or 6 iPads.
True, but a lot of families do have iPads for every member of the family.
No, not that many.
I know they do around here.
Most share, not around here.
Oh yeah, no,
most share them. Like it's different. This is definitely catering to a clientele that is not your average family.
Around this city, I know families that their 2-year-olds have their own iPad.
No, but what I'm saying is average. Like you may not be in an average area for that, and also you're in Canada. Like I'm talking about America. I'm talking about like the middle class is pretty much disappearing. So you either have 5 or 6 iPads or you have none. You know, like around here, we don't really have a middle class in Memphis, and so that's why I'm sitting here going, like this. Like to me, this looks like a rich people game because of the fact that people around here, unless you're making some serious bank, you don't have more than one iPad. Let alone all this extra stuff.
Yeah, no, that's pretty par around here. Like
yeah,
for our city, that's pretty much bang on.
The only reason I have a tablet, I've got an Android tablet, is because somebody bought one for me to.
But it's also not just
me after my
tablets
surgery
either.
like a year ago.
Because you could still do something like that on your phone. They're just showing it with the tablet. If you got a Android phone or a iOS phone, it's going to be able to do the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we just have to see how they implement that. Like smartphones are definitely, popular. So I would see that as being more viable than a bunch of iPads. I don't know. I just see this as a game not made for the general population. Like but it's trying to be accessible, but it's not realistically accessible to a lot of people.
They also only have like 5 what's it called? 5 tiers to back, and
I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you're asking for $65,000, that's a missed opportunity. Because even if everybody, like even their top tier is $250 and they only have 100, so that's only $25,000 of your entire total. So you're going to need a whole hell of a lot of backers.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I mean. Like I don't see that many people interested in this.
Your whole point with the peripherals of not many people having it. We have seen other Kickstarters that required peripherals. Like there was that one that it required you to have the Razer Hydra as well as like the Oculus or some devices like that. And that one got backed, and it had a way higher price than this. So there still is that niche market of people that will have those peripherals that want to see that kind of stuff get made.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just saying it's not a huge group. Like if it's more than, I don't know, if it's more than 15 to 20,000 people like total, I'd be shocked. And that's smaller than, that's called a town where I live, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. A Razer and Oculus Rift is still cheaper than 5 iPads.
But much
Like-
more rare, because how many people do you know with a Razer Hydra compared to
I
an
know
iPad?
people who would buy it
Yeah,
if they really wanted to play
but
a game, and that's a
how
lot
many
more
people
realistic.
do you know with the Razer
than-
Hydra compared to an iPad?
I actually don't pay attention to people's gaming equipment. Like, so I don't know. My boyfriend could have a Razer Hydra, and I wouldn't know. Because I literally do not pay attention to gaming equipment. So, if it works, I could give a crap what name is stamped on it. So, I don't know. I guess that's my poor person southernness or whatever coming out. So, I don't know. Anyway. Question time.
Okay, question time. I'll type it. Why are there only 100 total packages at the $250 tier for this game? Anybody with an Android, answer that question and you can get a key. Yeah, that would be good, Yannick.
Please, yeah.
I'll get the next video prepped. So we have about a minute. I think we've already used up everybody that had an Android.
Yeah.
It's all good, Yannick. The real difference between an iOS and a Android and a Windows phone is, to me, nothing. They all work. They all do the same thing. Good enough for me.
Yeah, I have absolutely no preference on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, that's about a minute. So we'll move on to this next interesting game, which is very interesting.
Is it interesting?
It's quite interesting.
So it's interesting.
Yeah, let's play and see why you guys will agree with me.
I'm Johnny, programmer and designer of Mighty Tactical Shooter. Let's jump in and take a look at the game, and afterwards we'll talk about our future plans. So, what is it? It's 80s arcade-style, side-scrolling shoot-'em-up graphics combined with an ultra-modern, high-resolution, free-flowing, turn-based tactical planning interface. A turn-based shmup. Visual prediction paths of enemy movements allow you to precisely target your shots and moves. If you think that makes it easy, think again. Draw missile paths precisely to target enemies and destructible terrain. Gravity weapons allow you to bend the paths of bullets and enemies. Why tie your trigger finger when you can make them shoot each other and themselves? End-of-level bosses have a more tactical twist. Dealing with bullet hell is about brains, not reflexes. Switches, logic traps and bosses that just wouldn't be possible in a reflex shooter. Interact with the 3 AI buddies that combine to run your ship's systems: Repair Buddy, Gun Buddy and Shield Buddy. Tinker with their settings until they work the way you want. Just don't expect them to get along. Manage damage and repairs using a simple and innovative system. Tweak the ship's inventory and fabrication priorities to suit your style of combat. Balance gun power, shield power and repairs during turn planning to reinforce your tactics. Want to bash something? Send more power to Shield Buddy. Need some overkill? Power up Gun Buddy. Need to repair? Stay out of trouble and let Repair Buddy do its job. A darkly twisted plot with a harrowing ending. You've got some tough choices to make along the way. A ship severely damaged and broken on the surface of a strange and hostile planet, laying in the fallen wreckage of the orbital facility that built it. A stolen, injured and untrained pilot, limited means of repair. We're well out of warranty here. It's time to get fixed, get flying, get shooting and get even. Adopt new skills and tactics as the ship repairs, enemies diversify and the plot unfolds. Face a battle of wills within your very own ship as you try to please and appease the ship's 3 personality AI systems. Make choices no one should have to make on your brutal journey across the universe to, well, that'd be telling, wouldn't it? Achievements based on myriad stats for both brute force and style. Follow drones, reflecting lasers, particle beams, limpet mines, EVA, all this and more. Don't just make your mark on the universe, blow a hole in it. Why a turn-based shmup? Well, we all like to work on things that are more than a little unusual, and the turn-based shmup genre isn't exactly packed with examples, and I don't think any of them quite approach it in the way that Mighty Tactical Shooter does. You've seen the start of the dark storyline, the interaction of weapons, the tactics of the turn-based system, and the personalities of the buddies, but that's barely the start of what we have planned. As a backer, you'll find out much more. We've been working on the game approximately 8 months, part-time, self-funded, and the game is about 50% complete. The reason for the Kickstarter is to raise enough money so that we can focus on it full-time and spend 4 to 5 months finishing it off. Hopefully, you're intrigued and can see the potential. Thanks for watching.
Why didn't I not open with that?
Hi, I'm Johnny.
Oh my god, it was...
That's kind of what I'm wondering. Like, they should have done that the other way around.
It was so boring for 3 full minutes. I was gonna say, like, you know, when I first watched this, it was boring to listen to him. But the game is so neat. It's such an interesting concept, and it's a mashup of 2 genres that you normally wouldn't see, and it's well executed.
Yeah, it made me like go what for a minute, and then I finally understood what they're doing. So, for y'all that were like, why are there so many lines? What's going on? Basically, it's a turn-based tactical shoot 'em up, which is what shmup means apparently.
Yeah.
And the turn-based tactical is you get to it's just like in Transistor. You get to pause and plan your attack based on where your enemies are at that moment, and you can choose your different weapon types. You can repair your ship. You can do all kinds of things during your turn. It's just like a turn-based RPG, except you're flying a ship.
Yeah.
And then once you get that set up, you unpause and everything dies, or your ship gets repaired, or you miss and die horribly. Whatever happens, you do it through turn-based.
Good comparison, by the way.
I did post a link. Let me post another link.
Sure. Good comparison with Transistor. But that my biggest beef with his video, besides his enthusiasm and the audio quality of his enthusiasm, was the lack of background music. Like, he set no pacing with that video.
Oh my god, I was sitting there and I was just like, I can't even listen to what he's saying.
But the last 2 minutes were great.
Yes.
He just needed to do that 2 minutes first, drop the volume from that 2 minutes to about half, so that his talking would overlay it, and then, like you guys were saying, get excited about his game, and he'd have a perfect Kickstarter video.
He needed to do more than get excited about his game. Like Like, you can be excited about something and then still be monotone. Like, he just really had... Oh, my God.
And what a dark game.
Now.
I'm not sure if you guys were catching that when the airlock went and you got to choose who you wanted to be the pilot for the ship. And it's like all these people are turning blue and dying as you're like, which one person can I save?
Yeah, and there's a demo, so you guys can try it out if you want.
Yeah, which I'll be downloading that one. Yeah. Faux show.
Yeah, I like it.
You go.
I was going to say, I like it. I am not a fan of turn-based strategy because I suck at it. But I can actually see where this game would be popular. Like, they do have, they're a little over a third of the way to their goal. So that's good,
I'm surprised at the goal. That is usually in indie game we're going to see 30,000 either dollars or pounds or whatever currency the person is making in. And 10,000 is not much. So either this game is already mostly done and he just kind of needs the money to finish it, or he's expecting that he's going to make 10,000 easily and is relying on stretch goals to finish the game.
I think it's either the latter, because he says that, the sample levels, the gameplay is not finished, polished, or balanced for the demos. I think maybe he's got a day job. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that could be it too.
Somebody who doesn't need the money to help pay for food and stuff.
Yeah.
In addition, hiding it in miscellaneous costs. Like he might really be doing this in his free time.
He could also just not know how much it costs to make a game too, I guess. He'd just be like, yeah, I'm sure $10 or 10,000 will be great. That's like a fortune.
He actually addresses that. Is 10K enough? We're confident it is. Development thus far has been part-time and self-funded. We want to raise enough to be able to work on it full-time for the 4 to 5 months it'll take to finish it. Yep, he works. Okay. That's what it was.
There you go. There you go.
And he does have a lot of stretch goals. The first one's at 12,000 pounds, and the last one's over 18,000 pounds.
Yeah.
And they're really like normal stretch goals. They're not like these fantastic let's do all the things. It's like, let's just make the game better.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that kind of honesty.
I'm gonna see if we can get this guy for Average Giants, because this game is really cool, and I'd like to be able to showcase it for an hour.
You just want to play. You want an excuse to play the demo for an hour.
If that was the case, we'd have Hover.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so the question if there's any Android users in there, what is the top tier for this Kickstarter? Dollar value.
Okay.
Or pound value.
Pound. Well, you can give dollar value. He actually lists it. I don't know what BlueStacks is.
Yeah, I have no idea what BlueStacks is. If Android stuff works on BlueStacks, then download the MMO and you can have a key. If you can answer it, Pyman.
Oh. Well, shit, if it works, then yeah.
Yeah.
God, that guy's voice made me so tired. I didn't realize how tired it made me until, like, just now.
That's okay. The next game is chock full of excitement, and no, I can't even pretend. The next game is really interesting. But it's sad and depressing.
Yeah, actually, Parlock was asking me if we were going to cover this game.
And you were like, well, of course.
And I said, yeah, stop reading my mind.
This next game, man, I hope they make it. They're halfway through the Kickstarter and just over halfway on their goal. That is never a fun place to be. I know from experience. Okay, nobody wants to answer the question. We can easily go on to the next game, which is called Insomnia. which is a dieselpunk game, which you don't usually see. So we'll play the video here and then we'll chat.
Imagine wandering through the massive interior of a semi-abandoned space station that's been slowly falling apart, investigating the remains of humanity's last best hope. The atmosphere is chilling, cold, rusty metal, and dim memories of gun battles and blood. Throw in a dose of time travel and you have Insomnia, an apocalyptic nightmare that will haunt your dreams. Insomnia is a tactical, real-time RPG augmented with co-op gameplay and sandbox elements, including randomly generated events and missions and a sophisticated crafting system. Insomnia features atmospheric, modern 3D graphics and visual effects with an isometric perspective reminiscent of old-school RPGs. The game is an RPG built with a cutting-edge co-op component and a number of exciting narrative outcomes arising from a series of difficult choices. Points of no return where fates and lives change forever. Memorable, charismatic characters, atmospheric locations, real-time gameplay, and permanent suffocating suspense are just some of the elements that you can experience in this project. To put it simply, maximum immersion in a tangible world, one that's so real you can touch it. The game takes place in a colossal space station that's been barreling through the universe for more than 400 years, searching for a safe haven, a place where humanity can be rebuilt. Players will face many characters and factions within the station. They'll need to understand the rules of the Ark, why people embarked on such a risky journey, including the time travel missions, and how past mistakes have influenced the present. The fate of the station's inhabitants will be determined by the player's actions, and the outcome of this epic journey will largely depend on player choice. Insomnia is set in a murky, retro-futuristic dieselpunk world. Man-made, apocalyptic landscapes mixed with a dark ambient soundtrack to put the faint echoes of a post-war civilization on full display. The project was in many ways inspired by documentaries about the Great War and World War II. Insomnia's storytelling focus is on humanity's mistakes, with vague references to current events, historic characters, and existing countries. The highlights for us are the non-linear storytelling and realistic combat system and physics. Players interested in a more tactical approach can do so. Players more into exploration will enjoy hundreds of handcrafted locations with lots of Easter eggs. If you're after epic battles, hardcore quests will require nerves of steel and quick decision-making. Insomnia will allow for a tremendous amount of character customization, skills, perks, and abilities, body shapes, gender, avatar, voice and event. Every bit of equipment will allow for several customization options. Insomnia is an independent project staffed by a team of professional developers from the United States, Malaysia, Russia, Lithuania, and Japan. We're making the game of our dreams, something we can all be proud of. And we're heavily invested in the project. We've learned a lot over the past 2 years. We bootstrapped all the development work for Insomnia. We built a strong team of talented developers, and we've been able to translate our vision into reality. But in order to carry on, we need your help. We really rely on your support. Again, thank you for watching this video. You can find more information about the project below.
Neato! That was me. That wasn't the game. I think it's neat. I really enjoyed that music. I kind of feel like I was watching the end of Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah. I like the game. I like the artwork. I don't even really know what the game is about though, because he was describing games in general, like, you know.
Yeah. We
like
plan
you said,
to have
it's
objectives that you can play with friends, and to complete them, you'll have to use controls to do things.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't catch that. Is that seriously? Let me scroll.
No. It's just the feeling that I got from that.
No. I'm talking about mackerel.
Oh.
Oh my God! It is. It's true. The original
one of the
funding goal is
stretch
$70,000, $90,000 a female playable character.
Huh.
Are
Interesting
you
stretch
fucking
goal.
kidding me?
Well, I mean, we were talking all day about how hard it is to animate
Oh my
female
God!
characters.
No,
So
no.
I can see how that would cost an extra $20,000.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, I'm canceling my download of the demo. I'm not supporting this game. I'm sorry, that's bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I will.
Bullshit.
I will back you and my wife, who isn't here, but she would be scowling.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm so sorry, guys. I try not to cuss as much on this show, but we just got done talking about the WATHTA jam and the fact that Ubisoft are, they're morons, and, for making that statement, how women literally require no extra animation. Like, the only extra animation that, you'd want to give them, especially in a game like this, maybe some longer hair and a little extra, that's it. Like, you don't need boob jiggle.
From what I saw, most of the armor was like heavy duty armor that you wouldn't be able to tell the form in anyway. So
Exactly.
It's really, all it is changing the face of a paper doll when you open up your paper doll.
Yeah, or like when there's definitely a different shape. Women, limb length is different.
But not when you're in that kind of armor.
Limb length is still different.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
and the way but that's it. Like,
it's not $20,000 worth.
No, it's not. It's a tweak.
Lol.
That's literally all it is a tweak. Like, I'm not a programmer, but I'm also not stupid. Like,
oh my God.
Oh my God, why? It looked so awesome.
Yeah, it was a really interesting game, but
and then they had to pull that shit.
Completely lost it. So, the question, anybody with an Android, if you want a key to the MMO, answer this question: how much money does it cost to piss off Bonnie? I'll give you a hint. It's that stretch goal.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't even. Like, I want to email them and be like, you guys are retarded. Like, and the literal, actual definition of that word, not as a slur, but in the actual,
Yeah, especially after E3 and that whole spiel. Like, okay, E3's done. There was this whole thing that Ubisoft did that everybody's hating on them for. So let's do something similar with our Kickstarter that we're starting a few days after.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did, Parluck. They did. They said in the video. But, he also said, look below for more information. So that covers his ass there. I mean, legally, if somebody wanted to bitch at him and cry discrimination, he can say, well, I did say that. However, if you look below where I said to, find more information, it does say that that's a stretch goal.
Not impressed.
No. Like, professional voiceovers, like, I get how that would cost extra money because you got to pay the people.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, I can't even. Like,
yeah, if they said that they were voice acting the female lead for an extra $20,000, I would totally understand that. Completely, 100% understand that. Mostly because I know how much work goes into post for something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
However, let's move on to the last game that we're going to be showing off today. It's called Seasion. And I saw this in our IGM email, and that's why I was going through Kickstarter. I was like, hey, I know this. So I'm going to play it, and then we can chat about it. This one is kind of interesting. It's my word of the day. That's funny, Pie Man. That's exactly the game I was going to bring up. It looks like a more detailed teleglitch. But even, like, there's been lots of those games, like Shadowgrounds. That one came out a couple of years ago. But the top-down style was really popular in PC gaming in, like, 97, 98. And I find a lot of people throw back to that kind of style nowadays. It lends itself well.
Well, that's because, like I said in chat, those people are in their, late 20s, early 30s, which is kind of a prime age for programming and making games. And they were, early high school when this came out, so that would be the prime age for playing these kinds of PC games.
Exactly. Yep.
So it's nostalgic for them.
Like me.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I keep forgetting we're the same age.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Permanent death.
But I didn't play PC games until like a few years ago, so I didn't play games like this. They look retro to me only because they're like, the way that they're animated.
The game has permanent death in it. Did you know that?
Permadeath.
No. It's permanent. It's
permanent?
Permanent.
Where does it say that?
Just under the game. Permanent death. Oh my.
Wow.
Spell check could have caught that one. That's not even a grammatical error. That is a straight up spelling error. Well done, Ben. Other than that, I like the game.
Oh my gosh. Maybe it kills your internet connection.
Yeah, permanently.
Oh, bless.
Man. So
the game does look cool though. Like I don't like that would make me. It would give me a headache because of the way the lighting is, but
they have
I don't know.
They have such a low target. $9,000.
Yeah, I noticed that.
$9,000 to get this game made if you want, guys, which is a steal. Like, it's a really neat game, and that kind of style, it works well for mechanics, especially shooter type mechanics. If you want to do a good shooter that isn't first person shooter, and it'll give you a good opportunity to give usually an overarching narrative. So I would be surprised if this is a really good game by the time it comes out. Controller support.
Yeah, they only have 3 tiers.
3? Why do people just do that?
They have 15, 30, and 100.
Ugh.
What is New Zealand dollars versus US dollars?
That's a good question.
I'm actually looking it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's 87 cents.
Oh, okay.
So they're actually, I'm actually looking this up.
It's gonna be like 8,500.
It's
like
78.67 US dollars. $7,800.
That's all he needs to make the game. So again, probably part-time as well. I know it's a small team that's making this game. I can't imagine that it's very difficult with that kind of engine. Like, I'm sure it's probably more of a plug-and-play kind of thing.
Yeah, I've seen games that are less complicated than this. Parlock sell for $15, so I'm not...
Yeah.
That's kind of a normal price, in my opinion. I don't know if it's worth it because I haven't played it or seen anybody play through it, but I don't know. There's a lot of games out there that cost $15.
If you want to try a game like this, Make It Pie Man was saying a lot of good ones. Alien Swarm is a hell of a lot of fun. Shadowground's a lot of fun. He goes on to say his inspirations were Stalker and Alien Breed, if you guys want more of a retro type. Teleglitch is so hard, but it is a lot of fun. And again, it has a great narrative. It's a roguelike, etc., in that top-down style. Mm-hmm. It really makes line of sight an interesting mechanic when you have that top-down style. That's all I'm going to say about it. I
play Infested Planet. I did a preview for it, and it's actually a lot of fun. And it's the top-down style, and it's basically like a tower defense game with people instead of just setting up weapons. But
interesting.
decent at that game, but I'm really bad at other real-time strategy games like that. I don't know why. But I think the fact that you can zoom in and out and view things on like a really, really small scale rather than being up close and personal to everything all the time, like I think that helps.
Yeah.
Because I can plan on a larger scale. But yeah, I think his goal is definitely reasonable. Like I have a feeling he's another part-time dev and he's got like a full-time job, and so he's really just worried about, you know, the bare minimum as far as the game production is concerned.
I think he's really done with his tiers though. Starting your tier at $15 is never a good idea, because a lot of people love. I mean, they're like, "Oh, what a neat idea, man! Here's $2." You can. Well,
you can back the project without, you know, you just won't get any rewards.
Yeah, but still, even putting at $5 or something like that, I personally think they should do something like that, and just
I agree.
Stopping at 100 isn't good either.
I think he thinks that because his goal is so low, he doesn't need, you know, a lot of rewards.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. That is definitely a dangerous game. And granted, he's gotten $375, but at the same time, like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I'm ambivalent about this entire game.
Checking the IndieDB. So they do have it on IndieDB as well.
Okay. Comments. So more information.
Yeah. So there's a link in the Kickstarter if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, that's the last game. So anybody with an Android that wants to try an MMO that's in closed beta until the 15th, we have a bunch of Founders Packs to give away. So, Bonnie, think of a question. Right off the top of your head, what's the first question that comes to your mind?
Oh, God. Honestly, I kind of want to see who can come up with the best definition for permanent death.
Okay. So, email, or just say in here, say, what's the best definition of permanent death? And we will judge it on the stream to give some keys away if you guys have an Android device to use it.
There's no demo that I can see, by the way.
Yeah, I couldn't find one either.
Hi, man. It took a while to find the IndieDB link.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
It's kind of nestled in there, cozily.
Yeah. When you die, a net full of fish suspended above you breaks, bearing you and fish. Permanent death.
Yeah, permanent death. So do you die on the internet, all X-Files style?
Yeah, people are forgetting the death part. Like, permanent is the everlasting internet. Like, yeah, I could accept that, but what about the death?
Permanent. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Internet.exe stopped working. Permanent death. By fish, I mean blue whales.
Blap.
That would be an unpleasant splat.
Yeah. That'd be an instant death, though. You'd just be like, oh, the world is black and I'm dead.
That would be uncomfortable. Just slightly, though. I mean, you know.
That or it wouldn't kill you because it would, like... Because it's not solid, so it would form around you like shrink wrap.
Dude, okay.
Crushed.
Have you ever fallen onto water? Like, water is more, you know...
Oh, I just mean the blue whale hitting you. If it was
well,
just
no, what
whale.
I mean is, like, water hurts a lot when you jump onto it from just, like, you know, 3 feet up if you don't either go in feet first or if you don't tuck up. So,
True,
like,
but that's
just imagine how much... like the whale would hurt. Like that's not as fluid and like an object or an item as water.
The reason that water does that though is from actual water tension, which is kind of
I know it's I know it's surface tension, but don't you think skin and blubber have a stronger surface tension, like it's holding a lot more in?
I think it would crush you for sure, but it wouldn't. It's not like it's a hard surface, so it wouldn't crush you flat. It would kind of form around you, so you might be alive for a couple minutes, being crushed under this immense weight and suffocating. And it just.
I'm fairly certain you would die instantly, but that's just me.
I think we need to Mythbuster that. Let's get a whale. Let's get some suicidal people. We will judge their suffering.
No. No, that was wrong.
Hey, that's where we were going with it.
No, I wasn't going towards suicidal people. You can get like a...
Okay, we could get normal people if you want. They just...
No, you get ballistics gel around a freaking skeleton. Like, you do it like Mythbusters. Like Carrie with the frozen turkey and the dog. Like, that's what you do.
Okay, guys, if you want one of the keys and you have an Android device, email me with the name of the giveaway in there, as well as the name of your subject line, and in the body put your best definition of permanent death.
Yeah, I'd say that both Parlock and Pieman's were pretty good.
Yep.
I mean, except the fact that Pieman didn't say, death. But
yeah, I liked Yannick's as well.
Oh yeah, Yannick's was good.
Yeah. But that's all the games we had to show off today. So.
Huzzah and hooray! I can go back to bed.
Almost 2 hours. That's a long show. Thanks for being with us, everybody. It's always a blast doing this. We touch on some interesting topics like blue whale death. But we actually did touch on a lot of topics. I like how in-depth we go into the Kickstarters and kind of chat amongst ourselves with everybody in chat about whether or not we should back them, what's good about them, what's not good about them. But anyway, we have some cool shows coming up this week. We have a new show starting on Thursdays, which is going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. And we have Average Giants tomorrow, which, again, I'm not going to say the games, but we have some cool stuff coming. We have some big games coming to Average Giants, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Oh, my God.
I'm not going to announce anything, but you're definitely going to want to check out Average Giants this month.
Yes.
That's all I can really say, because we never announce early in case people drop out. But, oh my, we have some bigger games coming.
Yeah, it's bigger than Hover. It is bigger than Hover.
Yeah, much bigger than Hover, that's for damn sure. Yes! Oh man! Pie Man, you don't know how funny that actually is, too.
Yeah, actually, that's...
Oh, good God. Anyway, what up, Zika? And also, bye, Zika. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you again for joining me, Bonnie. Hopefully, after the summer's done, it'll be you, me, and Vinny permanently again.
Yay!
'Cause I miss those days. But until then, guys, much love, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye!